What is container? Many of us, if you are working in DevSecOps or DevOps infrastructure, you need to understand the container. The container is nothing but isolating your hardware from your operating system. So the application like Java, Python, you will make a container build, means you will develop your application, make the compilation, make a build, a jar or a ph file. Then on top of that, you will add a file called Docker file. With the Docker file, you will create a Docker container, which is the final installer of your application. And where that application will get installed, that application with Docker file, whatever we are creating is an image. Okay, so the first step is Docker file, and you will, based on the file, you will create an image, and image will be deployed in Docker, which is nothing but image is nothing but container. So first you are creating a Docker file. Docker file have set of instruction what need to be run inside the container, and then you create a image. This image will be stored in Docker registry or container registry, ECR, so any kind of registry. Docker Hub is a registry where it is publicly available to pull lot of Docker images. Then after Docker image, we have a Docker container spinned using the images. So without a image, you cannot create or spin the container. To create the image, you need something called Docker build. Basically, we use a Docker file which will build it. So this Docker file will be in your repository, in your GitHub or GitLab, where whatever you use, which will in the pipeline using Jenkins. This Docker file will run a command called Docker build. With this file, you will create an image, and image will get stored in the image repository. It can be QA registry, ECR, ACR, any kind of Docker registry. From there, it goes to your Kubernetes or any kind of container environment, ECS, no, OpenShift. There, this image will be deployed as container. And if container deployment is not working, after you deploy something is failed, you will deploy the previous image. The registry will have all the images. So this is how the Docker container is pinned in the pipeline, and this is how we configure with the Docker file, and then Docker file used for Docker build, then Docker image will be created, then image will be run as a container in your environment. Thank you guys.